Pain causes severe discomfort, isn't it? Can pain reveal something so powerful that it can completely transform your life? January 6, 2018, I was in a silence and meditation retreat, and I was afraid of an upcoming 20-minute exercise. Afraid because these 20 minutes resulted in excruciating pain that can be compared to wisdom toothache, kidney stone pain, or pain of any other high intensity that you might have experienced. I was aware of this pain because I've done this meditation retreat. In such state of anguish, I asked, what can I do to decrease the discomfort associated with this exercise and increase my commitment towards completing it? And universe responded, divide 20 minutes and only focus on 1 minute. Armed with this insight, I started focusing on 1 minute. As I completed 1 minute, my confidence increased and pain decreased. By focusing only on 1 minute, I was able to complete that painful exercise successfully. I then rested for a while. When I woke up, I wrote on a piece of paper, small is big. Since then, I have researched, observed, and practiced many applications of small is big. Among infinite applications of small is big, we will discuss 3 such applications, one each in life, business, and productivity. Let's start with life, micro habits. A habit is something that we do often and regularly, sometimes without knowing that we are doing it. Cambridge Dictionary. Notice the word without knowing. The way we eat, the way we talk, the time we wake up, everything is a habit. What is a micro habit? A micro habit pertains to small changes in habit that yield big results. To understand micro habit, let us understand domino effect. You may be aware that domino effect causes a chain reaction. American Journal of Physics did an interesting study on domino effect where they lined up 13 dominoes one after the other, each 1.5 times in size larger than the previous one. The smallest domino was 9.5 millimeter in size. The largest domino was 610 millimeter in size. By tapping the smallest domino, a chain reaction was created, toppling dominoes much larger in size. The study proved that a domino can topple another domino 1.5 times of its size. Micro habit is the smallest domino that causes a chain reaction. Let me share an experience. December 2017, I was tired of myself, tired of not completing so many New Year resolutions time and time again that I have planned, tired of being regularly irregular. In this state, I asked, among so many things which I wanted to do in 2018, if I have to pick only one as a habit, which one would I choose? And the answer came, wake up at 5 a.m. And I woke up at 5 a.m. on January 2nd, 2018. Body said, keep sleeping. It is so cold. Blanket is so warm. Everybody else is sleeping. Mind said, after many years of sleeping, you woke up today. You have agreed on one thing. Please do it. I woke up. I switched on the lights of my study room and I saw a set of books. I started reading them. I then meditated for a while. I then went out for bicycling. I started my work day earlier. I finished my work day earlier. Had dinner at around 7 p.m. Spent time with kids and then slept at around 9:15 p.m. Observe what is happening. A domino effect was getting created in which by focusing only on one micro habit of waking up at 5 a.m., all the big habits which I always wanted to create were getting done. It was almost magical. A habit is created using 3 R's. Risk of not doing it, reward of doing it, and repetition. This is the most important because we become what we repeat. Research says that it takes 66 days on an average to form an habit. Now, I have identified 5 areas of creating micro habits. Let me share one example in each one of them. Work. I set up meetings less than equal to 30 minutes. Personal finance. Since 2016, 10 to 15% of my income goes in investments. Family. I call my parents every weekend. Physical health. I start my day with a glass of vegetable juice. And mental health. I do Vipassana meditation every day. Now, these are my choices. You can pick one micro habit in each one of them, repeat it for 66 days, and then experience the domino effect. In business, let's talk how small wins unlock big milestones. Time and time again, we have been fascinated with employee motivation, isn't it? Harvard Business Review did an interesting study in which they asked managers to choose one driver among the 5 drivers which impacts employee motivation the most. I will share the results in a moment. If you were a manager, which one would you choose? If you were an employee, which one would you choose? The study revealed that managers chose recognition for good work as the number 1 driver. What did employees choose? They chose support for progress. And how is progress made? Progress is made by completing small milestones consistently. Why small? Let's look at physics angle. The domino experiment. Fall of each domino represents completion of a small goal. One domino which falls generated kinetic energy enough to topple another domino, generating kinetic energy 2 billion times towards the end than the first gentle tap. Chemistry angle. Dopamine, you all might have heard of dopamine, which is also called reward molecule, which is generated when we feel good, when we complete things in small milestones, we feel good and dopamine is released. Now let's understand this in the world of business using an example in sales. What is big in sales? Contract, isn't it? Before signing a contract, we have to complete many small milestones like prospect meeting, demo, business case preparation, economic buyer, ROI, and so on. Imagine, instead of focusing only on contract, if we start focusing micro excellence in each one of these areas. Imagine if we do a mesmerized demo to our clients, other set of things will be accelerated, isn't it? We will get a meeting with economic buyer soon. As we complete these small milestones, it is important that we celebrate them. Coffee, lunch, or just a thank you is small enough to create big joy within your team. In productivity, let's talk about power time capsules. Founder of IKEA said, if you divide your day into 10-minute increments and stop wasting as little of those 10-minute increments, you would be amazed at what you can get done. Profound, isn't it? And this is the ethos of power time capsules, which divide time into small brackets ranging from 5 minutes to 30 minutes. Small durations minimizes distractions and increases our attention span. Let me share some examples. So I read every day for 25 minutes, not for hours. I exercise in form of walking or bicycling for 17 to 21 minutes, not for hours. At work, I set up meetings 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, less than 30 minutes by choosing lesser number of participants and smaller scope. For example, rather than doing a large global review, I will do a very specific regional review. Now, I shared some examples. If you have to choose application of power time capsule which is relevant to them, which one would you choose? Now, why do power time capsules work? They work because of three reasons. The number one is the word small itself. It is inherently persuasive. What do we say? We need a big help or we need a small help? Our brains say yes easily to any work that can be completed in small duration. Parkinson's law, which states that work gets completed in the time allocated for completion. TEDx talks are a great example because instead of speaking for hours, speakers inspires millions in just 18 minutes. And dopamine, whenever we do things in small time duration, we feel good and dopamine is released. Till now, we discussed small is big, using micro habits in life, small wins in business, and power time capsules in productivity. A session on small is big will not be complete unless we answer this one question. Who is the most important person for each one of us among 7.7 billion people on earth? Please take a moment. The most important person for each one of us is we ourselves, because we are on earth only for one reason, that is to develop qualities. As we develop qualities time and time again, we become better versions of ourselves, personally, professionally, spiritually. As we develop qualities, we help others become better version of themselves. As we develop qualities, our life becomes purposeful. And one very simple way of defining life purpose is an epitaph test. An epitaph is a small message inscribed on a tombstone or read as a part of funeral oration for a deceased person. In the spirit of small is big, an epitaph resembles one's entire life in just few words. What would your epitaph say? Please take a moment. You may gently close your eyes for a deeper experience. My epitaph would say, teacher at heart, a student in mind, a warrior in action, who served with authenticity, love, expertise, and smile. In a world of 7.7 billion people, imagine what could happen if each one of us worked diligently on ourselves. Newer thought patterns, micro habits, qualities will emerge, and this in turn will create a domino effect of universal fulfillment, productivity, and extraordinary results. It all starts with each one of us embracing the source code, small is big. Thank you very much.